Ho everybody, it's Christmas. No, it's not Christmas. Just like the disappointing father I am to you, I have once again let you down. But back to the title at hand. That's right, I want to play as the worst faction in any Total War that I personally know and play. Now I know immediately there's going to be some wise guy in the comments like, well, I sorrow, technically this isn't the worst nation in Total War history, because what about this one in Thrones of Britannia? When I honestly just have to say to that, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you playing Thrones of Britannia? Jesus Christ! You are literally the human embodiment of a pile of garbage. Make sure you hit the like button though. Don't worry though, because I also am a human embodiment of a pile of garbage, which is why today we're going back quite a few years in time to play one of our biggest favorite games of all time, Rome Total War. I'll give you a chance. Which one of these nations is not like the other? That's right, you thought it was a snake nation, didn't you? But you're stupid, because that's not a snake, it's a giant pea. Yep, that's right. It's Egypt. Alright, buckle in. I got a quick history lesson for you. You see this guy right here? He's got a massive... And just like Uncle Ben once told us, with great power comes great responsibility to slap one's massive member across the Persian Empire. The man has it all. Money, fame, land beyond belief, and most importantly, a lifespan that lasts beyond the age of 32. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Don't worry, just because he's dead doesn't mean he's gone, and now there's 5 more of him. Which brings us full circle to the topic of today's video, Egypt. The most famous of Alexander's successor states managed to Hellenize Egypt under the Ptolemy dynasty, whilst also adopting a very famous policy of keeping those damn Egyptians out of power. Which leads us to today, where we go to Rome Total War, where we try to find the balance between the Greek and the Egyptian to see how the game has portrayed that weird, complicated subject, and already their flag is a damn ankh. What? Oh man, jeez, this weird pixelated mess might as well have come from ancient Egypt itself. Right, here we are. And I hope you're ready. It's fairly common knowledge that Egypt in this game is a bit of, you know, a historical oops-a-daisy. I mean, why should the developer know the history of Egypt to this time period? Well, what is he, some type of nerd that reads books? So one of the first big issues we have with the game is the fact that our faction leaders have some interesting names. Khnum Hoptep, I mean, it doesn't sound very Greek. Can't see him on this list of Ptolemaic rulers either. I did find this guy though, Khnum Hoptep II, although he lived 2,000 years ago before this game was set. I also don't think he was very Greek. The biggest gripe that people have with this though is that the year is 270 BC, firmly in the hand of the Greek conquest of Egypt, and we're using Bronze Age unit. This guy has a damn Zulu shield. That's right, we're just coming off the high end of the Hellenistic warfare period where, you know, people use sarissas and phalanxes and all sorts of fun stuff. None of that is here. None of that, though. We're using warfare from 1,000 years. Oh my god, chariots. There's literally... Are you kidding me? So overall, this faction makes no sense whatsoever. It's ancient Egypt in a non-ancient setting. They did go ahead and fix all of this in Rome 2 Total War, but, we're not playing that, are we? Oh my god. What the hell is this? But despite all of this nonsense, Egypt actually ends up being one of the most powerful nations in the game most of the time. Probably just because we're always in this corner of the map and we have it all to ourselves. Oh sure, let's build the execution square so we can get rid of Khnum Hoptep. Ah yes, you can build yourself a shrine to Imhotep. But if the 2000s hit the mummy has taught us anything, not a very good idea. Oh my god. Even the sprite for our guy on the map is it's just something else. So the opening moves for Egypt are pretty simple. It's just take over everything. I hate chariots in general in Total Wars, and this just takes the biscuit. Speaking of the film The Mummy, it literally feels like we're on set of it right now. I'm not entirely sure who these rebels are supposed to be, but they've got some probably more historically accurate uniforms than I do. Their uniforms don't do any good against my Bronze Age arrows, though. Yeah, that's right. Just running around naked in the desert with pitchforks. And technically my Zulu infantry spearmen can form a phalanx, but I don't think this is a very Greek phalanx. Because my units are trash, we are of course relying on the AI stupidity of running camels into my spears, which never goes well. Oh, we can actually get some different spearmen here. We can get some Nile spearmen. That's still not any better, is it? Famous Ptolemaic leader, Hecamat. Hecama. Don't worry, I'm sure we've still got room for another giant pyramid somewhere for him round here. I just realized in Cyprus I actually left auto construction on, which means I now have an entire army of Numidian Zulu shieldmen, which I have no idea what I'm gonna do with. Oh, did you look at that? It's Moses. Uh-oh. I've been backstabbed by my only ally, the Seleucid. Don't worry, though. I've got a secret and dastardly plan. Are you kidding me? This guy's name literally looks like I've just accidentally leant on the keyboard. Funny fact in the Seleucids, you can actually kind of see what our army should be looking like. But unfortunately, my army is actually so goddamn bright, my eyes are burning out trying to look at them. And well, it's not completely accurate. It's actually way closer to what our army should be looking like, even if they are running around topless in the desert. Pro tip, don't run around naked in the desert because your skin will burn off. That's right, look at the Seleucids fleeing from my superior Greek army of just bald, naked Egyptian men. Right, anyway, time to take that massive army I made in Cyprus by accident and put them to good use. Oh god, I tried to D-Day them, but I've just immediately been caught by the Seleucids, and even though they've got half the men, these guys are apparently going to wreck me. This is quite literally the definition of quantity versus quality right now. We will see what happens here. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're heavily relying on the AI's mental deficiencies here because I'm not entirely sure what this Greek strategy is for their phalanxes right now, but I don't think it's going to do them too well. You know that meme of the girl sitting on the couch with all the guys behind her? That's exactly what this is right here. Well, we took a little bit of losses, but overall, I think that was definitely a win. Look at that. Zulu warriors from the Egyptian desert have successfully D-Dayed themselves into the Levant. It's so good. Oh my god, I can get Axemen. Famous Hellenistic Axemen. If I know anything from the AI, it's when they offer me trade rights, immediately after this, they are probably going to declare war on me. Actually, speaking of Parthia, I just want to point out that they own this state all the way up here. I still to this day, I don't understand why they did this. Meanwhile, I'm just auto-resolving myself across the Middle East. And that's Seleucia taken for the Egyptians. And I have just made a giant merc army to do all this with. What the hell? Oh my god, I looked away for 2 seconds and the Armenians declared war on me. Are you kidding me? Eh! Baby! Oh my god, I think it's actually happening. Their names are becoming more Greek. I can't believe it. Although this guy is actually still worshipping Imhotep, so we should probably keep an eye on that. Well, Parthia did end up declaring war on me, but I went ahead and dealt with that problem very quickly because Parthia actually sucks pretty much as I do. So, that's good. I'm not going to bother going all the way up here to get this last province, but wait, I've just noticed. That's a snowy biome with palm tree. They have this sneaking suspicion that Pontus might possibly be declaring war on me in the near future. You know what? Yeah, sure. I have so much money and no patience for you that I'm going to accept that. Would you look at... What a surprise! Pontus declared war on me, boys! Yeah, unfortunately that didn't go too well for them, though. Yes. What games is this not in? Well... I think you're definitely right there. Oh, wait. Look, 69. I just realized that with this giant merc army, Moses has actually got the title The Conqueror now. It's Moses the Conqueror. Oh boy, doesn't take any good units to win bridge battles, does it? Oh, yeah. There's honestly just something really therapeutic about bridge battles in Rome Total War because they are honestly nothing but a goddamn massacre. I think at this point they're actually losing more people just falling off the bridge than they are actually fighting my troops. Yeah, sometimes this happens as well, where they actually try to retreat through your lines, which means you get even more juicy kills. This feels like a war crime, honestly. Oh my god, you're gonna have to put in a new order for a goddamn new period for chronometry. Oh, found an actual civilized nation, the Romans, and hopefully they're not here to start a war, please. The lesson clearly wasn't learnt the first time around, was it? Oh, that's no fun. They're retreating backwards and not into my line. Where's the fun in that? I'm losing more casualties for the fact my guys are just walking into the goddamn water.
How are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Oh my god. It's Egyptian Herobrine. Ooh, Zipotes the Lewd. Oh, I unlocked I think my final elite unit, and that's Pharaoh's Guard, and we're still just doubling down on that whole ancient Egypt thing, don't we? With the conquest of this city, we have both knocked out Pontus and the Seleucids, which means we are now currently not really at war with anyone, which means we are finally at peace. Which means I'm leaving it here. I don't want to go to war with the Romans because I don't want to deal with a problem that can't be solved by me slowly walking at it with pointy sticks. But yeah, nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this more critical look at a faction in Total War, and I hope you leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and leave me any more suggestions of other stuff you want me to cover in this game, or any other Total War game for that matter, or just any game in general. But I guess until next time, guys, I will see you around, because I think we all really need to detox after this one. Hold on a quick second. One of us is gonna have to go home and change.